All right, welcome back to D&D. So, last time you were on the ship, the Sea Bunny, on your voyage. You were able to intercept a fire that had broken out on the ship. You were able to handle a few other issues that had arisen, and you finally made it to the island that you were looking for, the one that has the first clue. As you traveled along the island, going past all the different challenges that it offered, you found a giant slug creature. And as you approached, you eventually realized, after attempting to attack it, that it was an illusion that was also trapped. Further on, you found the spot you were looking for where the map you had told you to dig. However, it had already been dug up with a corpse next to it of a pirate and some seeds scattered around. You were able to determine through analyzing the seeds and by interrogating the pirate corpse using Speak with Dead that the pirate, Captain Libby Clifford, had taken the first clue and is now off to an island known as Dead Eye Rest. So you were able to reboard your ship and are now on your way to the Dead Eye Rest.
Yep, northeast. We're like how many hours? I thought we had a general idea how far behind we were.
They're about a week ahead of you, is
Okay.
your estimate based on your previous rolls.
Okay.
And the Dead Eye Rest is about 1 day north. Northeast, technically, but.
We must,
Voting and restful.
yes, we must roll out to the northeast.
To the northeast.
Was it sail ahead, not full steam ahead?
Full sail.
Full sail ahead. Make them fear the bunny. I do the dramatic finger point to the northeast. And then I ask Fern, that's the northeast, right?
Yeah, it's like, did we determine we're going the right way yet?
I point in the general direction of northeast.
Roll for the right way.
Yes, I will do that.
Okay. Well, you precisely know the right way. You actually know it's north by northeast.
Hooray.
And you're able to angle the boat that way with no trouble whatsoever.
Rabbit O'Reilly over here.
See, if you rolled a 1, I was going to point straight to the sun and say, that's northeast.
We ride.
I don't know how we're getting there.
This just turns into a Spelljammer campaign.
Gerbils.
All right.
These hamsters. All right.
Logjammer.
Let's roll out, guys.
As you are traveling that way, you go for about 4 hours when the crew in the crow's nest starts yelling down, "Something on the horizon!"
Is it a boat?
They learned how to go into the crow's nest?
Yes.
I think I hear a bird. Did you guys hear something?
Maybe.
Graham will look out toward the horizon.
What is it?
The one we're sailing toward.
No, I'm saying, what is it? I'll look out to.
Graham and Otto, please make perception checks.
Nice.
Otto, nothing. It's because you're on the other side of the boat. Graham, however, you see a tiny little island, just no more than a rock sticking out of the sea, with a tree on it and a kind of red cloak flying from the tree and a little tiny figure on the island.
I think we got somebody on that island there.
Define the tiny, Graham. Are we talking fiffle tiny or like just really far away tiny?
A little bit of both, I think. Should probably check that out.
Yeah, let's go check that out. I'm gonna ask Fiffle if he has a twin brother.
Do I have a twin brother?
Yeah, there's a tiny guy on that island. Graham says.
Piffle thinks. No. No, I don't think so.
Let's find out Find out the fidelity of your mother.
All right.
All right. Let's get close to that island.
As you approach the island and get closer and closer, you can see that there is a man who is human, so not fiffle size, who is on the island. As you drop anchor, just about 100 feet away, what would you all like to do?
I'll say, ahoy! How'd you get on this island?
Howdy.
All
Who is
right.
that?
Mike, you
Me?
hear them shouting to you.
What kind of creature is it? What does it look like?
Hello there, I'm a man. I've been here for 2 years, living off of this cask of alcohol.
Graham, is that your brother?
2 years.
Maybe.
And
Yeah, but
How's this gentleman looking?
How does your character look, Mike?
He's naked.
Yep.
you're naked.
someone get that man some clothes.
You know.
Graham will
I've
start.
been alone on this island for 2 years, man. I don't need any fucking clothes.
Well, do you want
I
to get
assure
off the
you,
How
island?
many limbs has he got?
I'd love to, because I'm out of booze.
Normal number of limbs?
She mentioned you were yelling at each other from like 100 feet away.
How about you come on the
Can I
boat
come
and we
on
can
board?
talk like normal
The
people?
boat. I'm a sailor. Well, I was at some point.
He says he has a cask of alcohol. I'll point that out.
He's in.
He's a sailor too. Like, if we wave him over, I was waving him over.
We might
Get
have
this man on board.
We might have to help him get into the boat.
All right. I mean, like, can I just swim out to their boat? I don't have any more alcohol here. There's nothing for me here. Get me a loincloth.
He says he doesn't have any alcohol.
He just wants a loincloth. Get this man a
Oh, I need
loincloth
alcohol.
and
Graham
drop
is
like
gonna-
the
Get some guys to get the launch boat ready.
yeah.
Start going through his pack for extra clothing.
Okay.
Oh, I do have a bag.
The some of the crew lower down, or actually they wait for you to get to the dinghy before they lower it down.
Oh.
What are we paying you by the hour?
Well, do you want to jump overboard and then climb on the dinghy, Captain, or do you want to
You
just?
make an excellent point.
They wait for you to board the dinghy before they lower it into the ocean.
Board the dinghy.
The dinghy. Yes, it's dinghy.
I load my bag up on it first, and then I, grab on from the side.
This is awesome.
Well, my name's Graham, feller. What's yours?
My name's Jackie. Jackie Chug.
Chug, like Chug's beer.
I don't think that's what he said. But it might be.
He takes a sip
Hard hearing.
from an ambiguous-looking bottle.
You do notice that on the island there is a open crate with a number of empty green bottles.
Graham senses a kindred spirit in this man.
About 2 years worth of empty green bottles.
That's where all those bottles were showing up in
Be here with
backfall
you
from.
guys now, because I've been over there on the island for a long time. I haven't had any food.
Graham will pull out
couple
some
of
of his own
sails,
rations to feed him with.
A starfish. I ate one of those.
Yeah?
How was it?
Not good.
Probably prickly.
Probably.
Seems reasonable.
Get the most coming out.
Oh no.
Did you eat it whole?
I roasted it.
Okay.
I mean, he doesn't have much choice out here for.
With a bit of rum. Let me relocate myself now that I can relax here.
Let's get you some food and water.
Clothes would be good here too. Because
Yeah.
I'm buck naked. Don't touch my bag.
Try not to.
Bag's just clanking around with the sound of glass audibly, clanking around in there.
Nice.
I think
This
there
is
might
awesome.
be more bottles in there.
We found him, the liquor elemental.
Make more.
Graham will pull together some clothing from his stuff and any spare stuff.
Yeah, I'll give him whatever extra I have.
Well, you all have nice winter clothing.
That'll do.
Okay.
Do pig. Thank you very much.
No problem, feller. 2 years? How big was that island?
Actually, I really don't know how long it was. No idea at all.
You can walk from one end of the island to the other in
It was
like
2 days.
an hour.
Oh God.
It was actually like 2 or 3 days.
2 days, but
Felt
if
like
you
an
could
eternity though.
You know, if it was like a couple years,
Like
you could have
72 bottles of rum.
you could have had like a quest where it's like, you guys need to figure out where all these green bottles keep coming from.
just keep showing up. Well, we're the Crossblades. This is the Sea Bunny. Our
The Sea Bunny. Oh, she sounds like a great ship.
fair to middling.
Oh, well, I can see she's got great burns.
Jack, you would actually notice that the sail on the Sea Bunny is a bunny head, and instead of like crossbones, it's carrots that are crossed.
Oh, God.
Hell yeah.
And they're terrifying.
I
The
forgot
last
what
thing pirates will see before they sink. Cross carrots.
terrifying.
We're now set up for, the rabbit. It is the rabbit.
Well, if you guys don't mind, I've been homeless for quite a while. Again, I don't know how long it was, but I'll tag along with you for at least a wee bit.
Of course. You've
Not earn your keep,
I'm just a pauper, a drunken pauper.
I bet you he can outdrink Graham, Fiffle.
That's not earning his keep. That's drinking all our booze. It's a different thing.
Well, he can take booze out of
That'll
Graham's.
cost you.
He'll take it out of Graham's eternal booze
Yeah, your booze.
whiskey bottle.
unfortunately, it's not eternal. Believe me.
What other skills do you have besides drinking all the booze?
Well, if you can imagine, I developed my own form of martial arts while I was drunkenly roaming around the island.
That's kind of interesting.
Yes, it's very bizarre. It involves me being very drunk.
I'm very interested to hear more about this martial art.
This is amazing. You could start your own school in Maxwell.
Dude, I'm sure there's many drunkards that'd be interested in it.
I
mean,
have a bar, so yes, you can teach all the drunkards at my bar.
I wouldn't do it for free, mate.
They'll pay you in alcohol.
Got yourself a deal.
I'm picturing Jackie here training the entire resistance army against the Civil War, the drunken monk style.
And it's just the most horrifyingly effective thing in the history of military warfare.
If it works, it works.
There's an 8-foot paladin with a giant 2-handed battle axe, and then there's the line of infantry monk that are drunk.
Really
Release the drunks.
So delicious.
You wish it was Gale that killed you and not the monks.
We're on the trail of a pirate treasure.
Pirate? Well, I've dabbled in some piracy myself. Only the good kind, though.
Oh yeah, we're actually licensed privateers.
Ooh. Oh my god, that's delicious.
All right. Well, that was some good RP. I enjoyed that. So everybody add on an inspiration.
Yay.
Fiddle clicks his heels together.
Just every time he gets an inspiration.
Which character are you?
I'm Piffle Tulip.
Okay, yep. Okay, I remember him.
Assassin, thief, and rogue, and all around
What?
fucking guy.
My gosh. He's expanded his horizons.
I
He's a
mean,
bachelor's in murder.
boastfully. He uses the false identity Mickey Rat Sauce to pin most of those things on. So if I start referring to myself as Mickey in a public situation, just go for it. With it, I mean, go with it. Also go for it, but
Go for it and go with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Eat the same thing I ate for lunch for dinner now.
All right. The crew of the ship just calls to you. Did you find the guy you're looking for, guys? Captain, first mate.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got him on board.
he's cool.
Yep.
Wait, are you guys on somebody else's ship?
Nope,
No.
they're on ours.
Oh,
We hired them. They're
okay. They're your crew that you.
we kind of got them from Temu, so we're trying to make them suck less over time. But it's early days yet.
I still think the street urchins would have done a better job, guys.
You know what?
I'm
I'm not
ready to
doubting
go.
it so far, but yeah, we can keep following the trail of the 100 gold pirate bounty guy.
All right. Yep. So the crew comes up, goes to Otto. Captain, what are your orders?
Back on the trail of that we're on, and we still have the direction from Fern's survival, right?
Yeah.
It was northeast.
Yeah,
Yep.
north,
North by
yep,
northeast.
northeast. Listen to her.
All right. They weigh anchor.
Aye, aye, Captain.
And the ship takes off again as the
Hooray.
sail falls, and you continue traveling.
Hooray!
Can somebody roll me a d10?
Mike, would you like to do the honors?
I believe he should get the honors. I swear, if he rolls a 5.
Oh, that's not.
There you go. All right. So you are
It's a 3.
on your way, taking off, and the wind dies down, and then
What
it
is this,
begins to
Viderheim?
blow west.
Oh, geez, take the wheel.
No.
You got a rogue wind here.
What is it? Was that term tacking?
Attacking, yes.
Tacking? We gotta go north for this, huh?
Basically, you kind of zigzag by catching
Yeah.
the wind alternatingly.
Yeah.
I think we got that like baby's first book of sailing.
Oh yeah.
Graham is going to consult that for the terminology to tell him what to
Probably
do,
no.
and I will be right back.
Does anybody have a spell that can just turn the wind the other way?
Oh, that's what I forgot to do.
No.
I'll do that next time we rest.
The crew just kind of looks. We don't know any magic. You didn't hire anybody with like magic.
I mean, I was asking my guys, not you guys. I know you guys aren't magically inclined. No offense.
I'll share this with you guys.
You guys have been living your best life, you know?
No, we haven't. That's
why
why
you
we're
were
here.
Yeah, that's why you're with us now. You're living your best life right now. I will be right back real quick. Live your best life.
Anyway,
Yes.
to figure out how to handle the tacking.
And does my background as a sailor give me any insight into this, Ian?
Yes. Either of you can roll roll survival at advantage. Fern or Jackie.
Probably. I can't even access my character sheet. So you
Oh,
should.
okay. I can do.
Did I not give you access to it?
It's probably not you, Ian. It's probably me. Oh, there it is. I found it.
Okay.
I have it now.
I've returned, sorry. The microwave
Good
was
at
yelling.
survival, though.
All right.
Finally showed up. Jeez.
Wait, who showed up?
My role.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the wild hunt. I was gonna cry.
No. In the middle of the ocean.
They're gonna show up in little canoes.
Ugh.
Possible.
All right. Fern, you have read the book. You know, Piracy 101. You know from weird discussions you've had with Hank about how to handle when the wind's not going in your direction, and you, in fact, have to tack, which means you gotta turn so that the wind is blowing you forward, and then you turn back the way you want to go. It is going to definitely add on some time.
All right. Well, I'll explain how to do it to the guy who's steering, or if I'm steering, I'll do it. Whatever.
I'm gonna ask Hank if he knows any spells to change the wind direction.
Oh yeah, Hank's a wizard.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Back.
that's easy. So here's what you do.
Uh-oh.
This is good. Okay. Casting spells is hard, so you get another wizard and you hit him with a stick till he casts a spell you want. Go do that.
It's a really good idea, Hank. What if you're on the open sea, miles from anyone?
Does anybody have a stick so we can hit Hank?
I'm not a wizard yet, and casting spells is hard.
You're just a pirate right now.
I'm many things.
Okay.
If you give me a bit, I could probably figure some out.
Why didn't you make me the captain?
A lot of reasons.
Wait, was Hank a sentient bag?
The main reason was you were sleeping during the voting, so you didn't get the campaign.
Ah!
Is that true?
Hank is, in
No.
fact, a mimic of holding.
Yeah, I remember him.
So he usually looks something like a bag. Usually.
Sometimes it looks like a box. And one time you had me turn into a shape of a guy that was a bag for some weird, possibly sexual reason.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't it. Also, did that happen?
Invited.
I don't remember that.
I'm gonna insight Hank.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Go ahead and insight Hank. Hank believes it's true, but you are almost certain that your insane bag has merely dreamt this up during one of his many slumbers.
You know what? It's not worth fighting over.
I dreamed that I was not a bag and that you all were bags.
Hank, we
What?
believe you.
Kind of bag.
Well, you were a backpack. Fern was like a purse with a ribbon on it. Otto was just a burlap sack.
Well, it's Fiffle.
You know those like pouches you put money in? He was one of those guys.
What was
Was
Kaido?
You don't want to know.
You're right, actually.
What about Lucian?
He was like one of those fur bags that like, you know, you turn cats or whatnot into. He was like one of those.
Was Aurora also a bag?
No, she was a dog.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
Makes sense.
Need all the calories.
How much
Anyway.
time have we spent tacking while talking to Hank about this?
Anyway, you gotta find somebody who can steer a ship.
That's what Fern's doing.
No, she's doing that. We're good on that, Hank.
Yeah.
We were looking more for like a wizard. But that's okay.
The cat was a wizard.
Cat
Cat
was a wizard.
fireballed us.
What we
A
should
real
have
wizard.
done was put the cat in shackles.
Hank, do you remember when the wizard that we had burned all the gold that would have made us rich and this wouldn't be necessary?
No,
Yeah, you were sleeping.
I don't remember eating any cooked gold, but
He melted a cave full of gold. He is a disgrace to piracy.
I believe that you believe that's true, Otto.
Has he learned to weaponize therapy? Mom?
I believe, Hank, that you're trying
Graham,
to weaponize,
you're really projecting here.
anybody's projecting. It's you, short stuff.
Hank grows like much bigger. Like same bag, just he grows in size up to a medium creature.
Huh. Since when could you do that?
Always.
Wait, can we put more stuff in you now?
No. Trust me, I tried, but it don't work that way.
Alas.
Also, theoretically, I shouldn't. Like, it's bigger on the inside than the out. And he shrinks back down to regular bag size.
All right.
Yeah, right.
I gotta take a nap now. That took a lot out of me. Closes his multiple eyes and goes back to sleep.
Anyway.
He has
How much time
multiple
do we need?
eyes.
He's got like 6.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Are all of them his?
You're not 100% sure.
And you know what, Graham? He's not either.
Yeah. Makes sense. Tell you what. Next time we have some rest, I'll try to get some seafaring magic. Do a little. I kind of mostly do with ghosts, but I'll improvise.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Are we doing a good job of packing?
I hope so.
If anybody can steer a ship, you can make that check. Otherwise,
What's the check?
just go ahead and make a survival.
If possible, I'll
Okay.
assist.
This is going to be one person as they are at the helm. They are at the wheel.
Okay, I can do it. Oh, and of course.
Bippo!
Yeah. Reroll.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Nice.
much better.
You're doing a good job. You only lose about half a day. And eventually the wind starts mostly going in the way you want to go. In that it is blowing more to the east now.
All right.
All right. Somebody make me another D10 roll.
Okay, whose turn is it?
I got it. D10.
Okay.
Confound it.
All right. You hear down from the crow's nest, dinghy on the horizon.
A dinghy?
Yeah, like a rowboat.
Oh my god. What's on it?
Can we see it?
Can't see it at this distance. Gotta get closer.
All right, let's do that and be ready.
Yeah. Can I perception here right away to see if maybe I can see it before we get closer?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's like a little rowboat on the horizon, just kind of bobbing up and down in the water.
I will squint intently at it.
Yeah, it's like a little rowboat kind of bobbing up and down on the water.
That is a dinghy.
Do we have a spyglass? Did you use the spyglass?
We don't have a spyglass. Spyglasses cost money.
Real cheap.
We're not cheap. We're poor.
Wait. Does Jackie have a better eye for the sea since he's a sailor? What's in that thing?
Well, there's a lot of alcohol in there. When I said I didn't have any left, I lied.
It's usually
That dinghy's your
In
alcohol?
fact, it's all alcohol.
Get to that man's dinghy.
I don't know. What do I have in my bag? My explorer's pack. There's nothing of value in there for that and to help with this, I don't think.
So I got rope.
Explorer's pack contains bedroll, 2 flasks of oil, 10 days of rations, rope, tinderbox, 10 torches, and a water skin.
Yeah, I think spyglasses cost like 1,000 gold or something absurd like that.
I don't know,
I don't believe
100.
it's that expensive, but it's certainly a lot more expensive than you were willing to pay for it.
For now.
Piffle kind of puts his hands over his eyes
Yeah.
in a way and kind of squints.
Okay, give me a perception.
I need this thing.
Well, you can wink at yourself at least.
I guess I can.
This game hates us.
You're not really able to see. You're gonna have to get a lot closer.
Probably like later.
Yeah, just get closer.
Well,
Yeah.
All right.
let's bear down on that dinghy and prepare to
Get
murder
close to
all
that
four-
sea mine.
As you approach the dinghy, the guy in the crow's nest yells down, "Looks like a body on board."
a dead one?
Can I try to take a look now that we're closer?
Yes.
Is it a cat? That's what I'm gonna yell up.
Well, from what you can see, it does look like someone lying perfectly still. Appears to be a woman, but you're not able to discern any more details beyond that.
Are they alive? Can we
Careful,
tell?
Lance.
Are they breathing?
You are not able to determine from this distance.
She'll just be coiled and ready to pounce.
Could be.
When we get closer, can Graham detect whatever he might detect if there's a ghostly spirit or whatnot?
Yes, as you get closer, please give me a religion roll. You don't detect any spiritual things, like no presence, no spectral nature around. Surprisingly clear. Really, on the open ocean, you're not really feeling it much at all.
Kind of makes sense, I guess.
Are we close enough that I can see if she's breathing?
Yeah, the ship is going to keep getting closer and closer, waiting for your order to stop or turn away. But right now they are attempting to pull up next to the dinghy.
Okay.
So go ahead if you'd like. You can make a perception roll, as you are now only about 50 feet from this this little rowboat. All right. From what you can see, Otto, you're not sure. You can see that the woman in the dinghy looks to be a half-elf woman.
Oh no.
She is kind of sunburnt. She has definitely looks like she's been sitting out in the sun for quite some time. Graham, you are able to determine she is breathing, just barely.
She's breathing, but only just. Let's get her on board.
Yeah. That's
It's not Sathara, is it?
You're not sure. As you pull up alongside, the crew kind of throws down ropes and they start pulling the dinghy up.
So did we just gain a dinghy?
Well, you only have 2 slots for dinghies, so no.
What is this dinghy made out of?
It looks to be made out of wood.
Can we break it apart as we go and have extra wood for repairs?
Yes, you can.
Good idea.
How much?
I have my moments.
You have a small amount of wood to repair the boat with.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all right, Graham. Do your recovery thing while we keep going.
Yeah. Now the woman is on board. While she does look a little bit like Sathara, she is not Sathara. You've never seen her before, as far as you're aware. Once she's on the ship, you can definitely hear her start to attempt to talk, and it's mostly her kind of croaking out with very dry throat. Water.
Get her water.
Give her some water.
Take out one of my bottles of rum and give it to her.
That might
Don't do that.
not yet. Soon. Graham will give her a water skin.
Okay. She kind of squirts the water and it just drains it, using up all the water within the water skin. Starts to cough as the water goes down her throat a little too fast.
Understandable. All right. Easy there. We got plenty more. Don't drink too fast, you'll make yourself sick.
She's beginning to look a little better, but she's definitely...
Careful, Graham. Could be a murderer.
Technically, well...
Oh my god.
Technically, we're all murderers, Graham. Just say it.
You're not wrong.
I'm never wrong. I laugh as I say that.
The crew just kind of share looks like, uh-oh.
We're kidding, guys.
It was all ruled manslaughter.
Exactly.
Would healing her with a cure wounds or anything help her?
You could try.
Yeah, I was gonna do a.
I can lay on hands her for 7.
Okay.
You can do that. I'm gonna cast a restoration on her.
All right.
Mechanically probably doesn't help much, but it feels like the kind of thing that would help.
With the combination of lay on hands and the lesser restoration, the sunburn on her skin begins to fade, and she looks healthier. Where before she looked, like sunken eyes, kind of skin was sallow and not hanging on very well. But with your magic, she's beginning to look less like a dehydrated body and more like a regular person.
Hooray!
That's good.
All right, now out with it. Who do you work for, and what are you doing here?
Also, hello. What's your name?
Hello, I'm Edelith Yiro? Or Yinro. Elerith Yinro. I was on a ship that got attacked by pirates. I managed to make my escape on the rowboat, but I've been on there for 4 days. I used up the last of my water just 2 days ago.
You didn't drink your own urine.
It's funny, I didn't think about that. I never escaped on a rowboat before from pirates.
That's a good idea.
By chance, was this pirate Libby Clifford?
Shh, they didn't tell me the name.
Graham will rattle off a description. Also, can I do an insight on the amount of time, like 4 days to get that parched and sunburnt? I guess it's not impossible.
Yeah, go ahead.
In the sun on the open ocean?
You're not sure, honestly. You think she's telling the truth.
Oh, insight.
Okay. Yeah. You're not entirely sure, once again. Like, you can get sunburned very quickly, especially on the open ocean. If you don't have water for 3 days, you will die. So you're not 100% sure. She might be keeping something to herself, but what it is doesn't sound like it. Doesn't sound like anything you can really ascertain at this time.
Okay.
Where's my Baldur's Gate 3 detect Todd's item?
Graham will describe the guy that we're after.
Okay. Thinks that. No, I think it was somebody else. But they didn't tell me the name. Apparently pirates don't, give you a business card before they try and kill you.
True.
Why can't they be like Gilgamesh?
But I've been trying to run the blockade, getting up and down the coast here. I'll admit, first time I ever got caught by pirates, so that one was on me.
It's the first time for everything,
But either way, thank you all for saving me. I don't have any money, but I can help on the ship until we. Like I know my way around a boat. Whatever you need me to do. If you need me to be an officer, if you're down one.
And they're very generous, so I'm sure that they'll feed you or give you all anything you need there, Darren.
What I'm thinking here. What officer positions?
Full advantage.
Oh, you have quite a few.
I just don't remember. So I require your assistance.
So perhaps.
All right, so you have your captain, first mate, quartermaster, and helmsman all filled up. However, you need a master gunner, cannoneer, surgeon, boatswain, anything like that.
I'll list those out and ask her if any of those hit one of her skill sets more particularly than the other.
Well, I've had to repair a boat a bunch of times. I could definitely be your boatswain.
That's a
That's
pretty solid start.
sounds good,
Welcome
and we'll
aboard.
just break your dinghy apart for some extra wood.
Well, I guess it was gonna go to waste anyway.
Yeah.
I
Then I'm
mean,
gonna ask Jackie, is like, which one of those positions do you want?
Can you do surgery or cook?
I would love to be a surgeon. Yeah, that sounds great. to me.
I want to insight him.
I've
How
just spent
safe
2
are we
years
gonna
on an
be?
island drinking booze by myself. I'd love to perform surgery.
All right, I'm inciting that right now. Oh God, we're dead.
yeah, he's a fantastic surgeon.
No, but I'm just joking, guys.
I'm gonna look at Graham and say, Graham, I think he's a great surgeon. Talk me out of this right now.
No, but really, guys, I can't perform surgery. I just, don't listen to me.
Okay, he's a terrible surgeon. We're just gonna put him on the cannons.
Yeah, the cannons. I bet you'd love the cannons.
We have 2 of them.
Very strong. Can lift
Okay. I watch as Graham takes a drink of his flask.
Honestly, this is he's on an okay-ish keel right now. Pun unintended. That's a lie. Pun always intended.
This is fun. I like this.
I guess we inherited a couple of officers. Well, welcome aboard. There's plenty of food, water. It's not going to be the greatest food, but anything's better than nothing. I'm sure you'll agree.
That's true. Actually, I'm starving. I mean, I'm sure it's probably just hardtack, but if you have anything I could eat, I would love some.
I'll get you fixed up. I guess I'm the quartermaster of this tub at this point. Graham will go fetch some foods.
All right. Now, as you move forward, you go on for about another day.
I guess we can hit long rests on this, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I should get a list of suitably nautical spells. I had a couple in mind for like not drowning if you fall into the water.
Interesting enough, it doesn't reset my lay on hands.
No, because it's a special
So weird. Okay.
thing.
This will take me a moment while I look up spells. So
That's fine.
No worries. Are you posting watch?
yes,
As in the crow's nest?
Wherever.
Yeah, we probably should. We probably should.
yep.
Yeah, I think we had like one of us with some of the crew people.
I can do first watch. I have night vision.
Okay.
Perception.
Yep, go ahead.
Hello? Okay.
If you don't see anything,
Thank God. I was scared there might be something.
the one of the crew you're doing the watch with, Cat, and there's a whale going right under the ship.
Have you been drinking?
He points down. You can see the shadow of a whale, like probably only like 10 feet under the water as it like goes under the ship.
It's interesting.
I didn't think there were whales in this part of the ocean.
There's whales all over.
What's a whale?
That was a missed opportunity, Jeremy. Come on.
I was leaving that for you.
Gotta be whales here.
Yeah, no. Pithel's a halfling, and he's going with what are whales? That's really concerning.
Yes. What are whales? Do they normally do that? Graham's like, if we've all been woken up, Graham is all drowsy and.
Yeah, the whale has just swam under the ship and has kind of passed
Rolled
by.
away. Bye, Mr. Whale.
Nothing.
You just see like one fin kind of like breach the surface and then it just goes back under.
Cool.
Awesome. Nature's truly beautiful.
Ain't that supposed to be good luck or something?
Is it?
We're alive, right?
I grew up near rivers, not the ocean, but I swear I heard tell something like that.
One of the crew just says, whales are good for eating.
I don't think we got anything that we could kill it with.
Yeah. I think we should not fool with it.
You said the same thing about dolphins.
That's good for piffle.
Lots of things are good for eating. You can eat whales, you can eat dolphins. All sorts of things. Just don't kill an albatross.
You mean an albatross?
I don't know. Bird. Don't kill a bird.
I'd like to kill a seabird.
Willem Dafoe attacks.
No, just because they'll get their bird friends to come and kill you.
That does sound like a thing birds would do if given the opportunity.
So I hear.
Bird.
Watched Captain
Oh,
Island.
the faux bird. Definitely.
Remind, how big was our crew again?
Your crew is like 15 people.
Interesting.
Sans the officers, of course.
Yeah. I say that because
Let's see here.
could literally be like burning a spell slot to feed the crew for free.
Ah, there you go.
You're the best quartermaster that ever did quartermaster.
We have 102% ration efficiency.
Hell yeah.
We'll keep that one in the oh shit column. All right. Well, if it's just a whale and it's not like a killer undead whale or nothing, I'm gonna go back to bed and try to prey on some water magic. Eidos is great. I'm tired. Kind of trudges back under.
All right, good night, quartermaster.
It's best quartermasters that ever did quartermaster.
He pulls out his bedtime flask.
Yes, a nightcap.
It is, in fact, going to be his nightcap.
All right, who is on second shift?
Fern
Is it
can do
nighttime
it.
still?
I'm sorry?
Is it nighttime still?
Yes, yep. Yeah, it's like 10 p.m. right now.
Fern can do it.
Okay, give me a perception check if you would.
Perception.
Fern.
Oh, and Fiffle's asleep. Nope, you're fine.
Yeah.
Nothing. Can't see a thing. It's dark out.
Fern's too tired. She's like dozing off instead.
Watches.
Then her watch passive.
With incident.
Who is on third shift?
I guess Graham will take it.
Graham, as you wake up, you find Fern asleep at her post.
Did somebody fart?
Kind of poke.
I wasn't sleeping.
All right. Well, it's my turn to not sleep.
Sorry.
If it was Otto that woke her up, Otto would have just like sent a black Santa Claus emoji.
Hey.
He picks her up like Mips from Mario 64.
All right. Graham, please give me a perception check.
I will attempt to perceive.
Oh, yeah. You do not see anything. You're reasonably confident that there's nothing out there that needs your immediate attention,
Graham perceives the water.
except for the ever-present sense of dread that comes from being out in the ocean.
You mean that comes from being in this party?
You heard that, Graham.
Good. Okay, well, Graham is going to continue whatever Graham does to commune with his goddess.
Wiener.
He's going to Graham.
He's going to Graham. The Gramble Grumble.
I assume if you send her like a message, it's a telegram.
Yes, it is in fact a telegram. Very good, by the way.
Thank you. With your watch having passed, you can see the sun begin to rise on the horizon to the east. just a nice kind of like slice of yellow as it approaches and begins to just send daylight forward. The crew awakens, and you continue forward.
Hooray!
Oh,
You can
Okay.
see your new crewmate, Elith. I named her.
Can we
And I
just call her
never
Ellie?
remember. Yes, call her Ellie. For the love of God, or
I'm
Evely.
going to ask her, can we just call you Ellie? Is that cool with you? Do your friends call you Ellie?
Well, it's Evelith. So Eve.
Evie.
Ev
Evel.
works.
Ev?
Ev.
You tell
Ev
us what
works
you want.
great.
Ev? Okay.
Or Evel. Or Evie.
Cool beans.
Or maybe I should just
Evie.
retcon it to be
Ev.
Ellie, to be honest, because that's probably a little easier for me to pronounce.
Whatever's clever.
So I will.
Ellie it is, right?
Yes, it's Elith. So just call me Ellie.
Cool beans.
Ellie.
And I've been walking around the ship, taking a look. There's a little fire damage below deck. So I've been working on that to get that repaired using the bits from the rowboat. So I should have that.
Had a gambling altercation and somebody knocked over a lamp. Thank you.
No worries. So that'll be fixed up in a few hours. Taking me a little bit of time. But beyond that, ship's actually in good shape. Looks like it's been repaired pretty recently, I would say.
He'd be right. We just struck out from Blacksfall.
Ah, never been myself, but either way, I hope to get there sometime. Speaking of, when we make landfall on, the mainland, I'm assuming that's when our partnership ends? I don't know what you want to call it.
Well, if you got somewhere to be, we won't keep you. But if you care to come along, we'd be happy to take you on board and negotiate proper pay.
I'll tell you what, you saved my life, so we'll put a pin on pay for time being, just to ensure that I can stay on board. Where I went was with my ship, which is now no longer mine, so I really have no place to be.
I'm sorry to hear that, but welcome to the Sea Bunny.
It's a good name. Very unique for what it is.
We're an interesting bunch, but we're pretty good at what we do. So before long, I'm pretty confident that name is gonna strike some terror into some people.
Yes, Graham. So many pirates are going to sink under the oppression of the cross carrots.
Let's see.
Okay, well, either way, I'm going to keep your ship shape
Sounds good.
after breakfast.
Good call. Okay. Sorry, I just had to look up how number of spells works. It's been so long. I get 9 or Wisdom modifier plus cleric spell level spells prepped.
Yep.
Plus the domain ones.
Yeah, the domain ones are free. Your crew begins their breakfast by soaking their hardtack in, well, you're pretty sure it's rum they're using, and just kind of chewing on that. It's not great food, but it does give them enough sustenance to survive.
And that's the important thing.
Maybe I should try fishing later again.
Yeah, we might be coming up on that island soon.
Yeah. Can I make sure we're still going in the right direction?
Yes, please give me a survival roll if you would. You are. Yep. You are able to maintain the course, and you've lost the time from having to tack, so you suspect that you're probably another day away.
Found it.
But for right now, you are on course.
All right.
And if you would like to fish, let me know.
I would like to fish.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody who would like to fish, please give me survival rolls to attempt to fish.
Do you remember the commissar in Dawn of War?
Stardew Valley skills. Here we go.
What is your wish? I wish for fish.
Oh God! Wow, I can't believe it took 2. All right,
So
I'm not that bad at
Yeah,
fishing.
Graham Auto, nothing's biting. Fern, you pull up a real nice sized fish that the others have not been able to catch.
Man, I can't try to fish. We need it. I'm a fish whisperer.
Look, I've said it once and I'll say it again. Do you want to eat?
I respect that.
No, I'm gonna go on strike.
The crew hears the captain tell that he's going to go on strike.
It's a,
There's just like the old guy with one eye, like, no gods, no masters.
But you do have a fish, please. I'm going to roll. This fish counts. It's not a tremendously large fish. It only counts as a single ration. But it will feed one person for 1 day.
Yay.
All right. And can somebody roll me a d10?
Sure.
who's next? I'll roll, or otherwise I'll roll.
I got.
All right, we got a 5 again. Fine, back on the 5s.
Yeah, we're really hitting that median, aren't we?
Can you roll that again, unless you would like another fire?
No, I'm good on the fire front.
All right.
Maybe I should have gone with the fire.
As you are traveling forward, crew member for the Crow Nest says, "Watchtower on the horizon."
Watchtower.
What the hell does that mean?
It's a tower that watches.
And the ocean?
I think it's on like an island.
Oh, Christ, I know.
We're looking for one of those.
I guess it's better than a kraken.
Wait, what is it?
A watchtower.
Yeah, the Kraken.
Is there any identifying features of this tower that we can see as we get closer?
Make a perception check.
I'm very perceptive.
Okay.
You are.
From what you can see from this watchtower, it is actually an extremely large watchtower. This is not just like your standard kind of little one. This one is thick. It is, in essence, almost a tiny castle. Any identifying markers have been stripped away. Graham, give me a history check, if you would.
Ruh-roh. Damn.
All right, Graham. So you've seen things like this in your history books and from consulting with the ghosts. This is very clearly an old Orwellan watchtower that had been, many of them erected around the coast, meant to keep garrisons there to kind of provide little waypoints, checkpoints, and just things for people to survive at. Most of them have been abandoned. This one's in remarkably good shape. But yeah, it would be capable of supporting a couple dozen people, as it is in fact meant to be a very tiny castle. But you also notice that there is some lights coming from within.
It's an old Orwellan watch tower. It's well kept and it looks like it's in use. There's some lights inside. We should check it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's go check it out. Watchtower.
Ellie just says, if it's all the same to you, I'm going to stay in the boat. I'm not much for, fighting if it comes down to it.
No problem.
But I will certainly fix any leaks that happen to this boat.
Ooh.
So who goes? I'm assuming all of you go on
Probably, yeah.
the rowboat.
Yeah.
Okay. As you row up to this watchtower, you can see that there is a very small but well-maintained dock out front that actually has little posts where you can like throw a rope to tie the dinghy to it so it won't float away.
Seems prudent.
Maybe it won't be so bad.
Narrator.
Oh, I know exactly what I'm setting myself up for.
As you
All
step
right.
off onto the dock, you can see that the watchtower has a very large wooden door out front that has got like metal beams across it and big studs in it that are keeping it kind of fortified. Nothing looks rusted, nothing looks too worn. Somebody has been taking care of this place.
Can I tell how long people have been taking care of the place?
Give me an investigation.
I will attempt.
Can I do that also, or help him?
Yeah, you could roll it your own.
Okay.
All right, you're not sure, Otto. Graham, this looks like it's probably been maintained for at least a decade or two.
Huh. Might be a pirate watch. Might be someone kind of is homesteading out here. Seasteading?
Island steading.
You want to knock on the door?
Sure. I mean, we're already here, right?
Graham will knock.
As you knock on the door, it opens inward, which is not something they typically do, so it looks like somebody's done a little carpentry here. Inside is been significantly renovated, where Orwellans would have kept a very kind of Spartan, rough living area. The floor is actually very nice and smooth. It looks like somebody's imported in some like nice marble that has been smoothed and is actually got like a bit of a reflection to it. Inside is a pleasant temperature, just below room temperature. And there are a number of lights that are kind of lit along, and there is a vast number of these different kinds of exhibits within. You can see that there are these cases that have different kind of artifacts within. There are creatures that have been made into like a taxidermy of different kind of varieties. You can see a couple of bears. You can see some panthers, creatures that you don't expect to find in Viderheim.
Huh.
Or know what a museum is.
Would Fern know? Yeah, to Fern, have you been to a museum before?
I don't think so.
You don't know what this is. Somebody has gotten dead animals just shoved into place.
Fern is horrified.
Graham is going to listen out to see if he hears or sees people.
Okay, give me a perception.
I do not.
I will also try to perceive
Sure.
if there's anybody here.
Fern thinks it's the wild hunt.
Otto, you hear somebody approaching.
Someone's coming. No, it's not the wild hunt. They're kind of quiet, and everything freezes.
As you listen to these footsteps down from a staircase, you can see a tall elven man. He has kind of silver hair that has been slicked back. He's wearing a nice long robe. He has a kind of dancing light following around behind him. Ah! Visitors, welcome. Welcome to my museum.
Howdy.
Greetings.
Greetings.
You may refer to me as Julier. I'm the curator here. I know
Does
it's
Graham
have-
recognize that name at all?
Make a history check.
I have so many questions right now, and
I mean, Julier is a relatively... It's an uncommon name for an elf, but not that uncommon.
But it's a known name.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, my name's Graham. Nice to meet you. You get a lot of business out here?
Actually, no. However, I know it's an odd spot for a museum, but it was available, and we do get some interesting clientele here.
You don't say.
So,
Makes sense.
there's no entry fee at all. However, we do accept donations.
What sort of things you need, or just cash?
I mean, cash works. I do a little trading here or there. Food, if you got any.
We got some.
Wonderful. I mean, I could just fish or fish, but do you have anything that perhaps isn't fish?
Currently just your usual staples, but we got a little bit of booze.
I'll take it if you are willing to donate.
We could probably get you a couple servings full.
Excellent. Well, anyway, would you like me to give you a quick tour of my museum? I've been collecting a number of interesting artifacts over the decades here.
Yes, please.
Sure, thank you. And can I insight this guy?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. Nah. We're not for the time of year. I would think this is the start of a Halloween episode.
Yeah.
And remember, if you do wish to re-roll, you have your inspiration.
That's right, I do. So I will. Keep forgetting that. It wasn't much better.
Oh, insight anyway, because I was going to insight that. This is kind of weird.
Sure. All
Nice.
right. And let me just do a little smath here.
Math. This math is dangerous, bro.
It's mathematics.
I mean, okay, this guy obviously strikes you as being kind of
Weird.
but he does seem eager and honest to give you a tour of his museum. He has something he's not telling you, though. You can definitely identify that. All
Okay.
right.
As he gives a tour, I'll just keep an eye out for anything weird, like affiliation, shit like that.
Maybe keep an eye on the ship as well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he shows you a number of animals that taxidermy. He brings you to one rather spectacular one that you're not sure you've ever seen before. It's whoever would like can make a nature roll.
I will
can
nature roll.
Do that.
I'll let her do it first.
I'll do it.
Oh yeah, Fern. You clearly identify this as a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Neat.
I want to see how bad I nature this. Yes, finally, some entertainment here.
Otto, you've heard tale of a creature known as a giraffe that seems to match this.
Behold a man. So that's interesting. Is it like T-Rex sized?
Oh yeah, full-grown T-Rex adult.
It's an Ellison.
Stuffed.
It's actually a T-Rex.
Oh yes, well, I mean, still is. At one point, it was alive. It was taxidermied by explorers down far to the south, and has been traded here as part of our collection.
Wow.
Who beans?
We also have a number of different artifacts and objects. We have some things that have just recently come in from the Skeleton Islands, the archipelago that is well known for being the one place that the Orwellan Empire was not able to successfully colonize.
Interesting.
What sort of
Rich history.
Let's go see this.
Oh, I mean, by ship it's probably 4 or 5 months to the south, but
what sorts of artifacts did you get?
oh, we have all sorts of wonderful things. He begins to show you around. He shows you a ruby that is it's like the size of your
Okay,
head.
I was pretty impressed by that.
Yeah, he has a lot of artifacts that are all just like in these glass cases. He has one artifact he shows you from the Skeleton Isles and it is this kind of dark green statue that stands about a foot tall, and it is carved to resemble a bunch of tentacles. There are a number of small rubies that have been kind of like stuck into it that look almost like eyes, and you can see that a bit of coral has grown around it.
Can I make a religion check?
Yes, go ahead. This you would suspect to be a religious artifact related to, you believe, a creature or deity. It's a little fuzzy that different cults kind of worship, known as the Angler.
That rings a bell somehow.
Ah, yes. The Angler is actually an interesting kind of creature from below the ocean. Now, creature I use very loosely, as it has a tremendous amount of power and bestows it to its loyal worshippers. And they have carved this wonderful piece here. It is just recently arrived here. I have, in fact, not been able to get a glass case for it just yet, so it merely rests upon a pillow. But either way, it is one of our newest and finest pieces. As you can see, it has a bit of coral growth around it, as it has been recovered from the ocean floor.
How'd they pull that off?
I believe it was with a water-breathing spell and investigating some ruins underneath. My understanding is it has been a bit dangerous, but the recovery was well worth it.
Certainly an interesting piece.
Mm.
They might be dangerous, you know?
Well, that's possible. I do not believe so, however. But it is one of my finest pieces of the collection. I had to spend a very decent amount of donations in order to purchase it. So, very, very happy with it. All right. Oh, and if you're interested in the Skeleton Islands, you should know that the reason it's called the Skeleton Islands, it's a fun fact, is because when you look at it from above, and you look at it on a map, it looks like a skeleton if you squint and you don't really know what a skeleton looks like. But it is a very interesting place, very dangerous, disease-filled. The Arwellans actually at one point dispatched a number of paladins, monks, and clerics inland because they would be immune to disease. However, they were not immune to being eaten, so that was a bust in that regard. But either way, the Zadoran Empire is now in the process of attempting to colonize it with a number of different adventurers who have been less than successful. But either way, they've been able to at least recover different artifacts from the small amount they've been able to pierce the inland.
Interesting. Whereabouts is that island?
So this is actually far, far to the south. It is located in a section of the ocean along the equator, which is well known for having a lot of storms, kind of around whirlpools, large monsters. Just getting to it is a rather difficult task in general, but it is just a very lush, fertile land, a lot of trees. My understanding is very large amount of gold that has been recovered from the island. Any adventurer who can go there and find something would probably come away quite wealthy.
I'm going to look at Fiffle and insight his what he's trying to see what he's thinking.
Can't wait to eat that ruby.
Specifically for the ruby.
Something wealthy, something ruby, something mountain.
I'm gonna assume by looking at his face is like Graham's gonna have his hands full trying to explain why the ruby disappeared later. And I'm just not gonna say anything.
Now here we have some ancient coins. And he goes and he shows you like a number of old coins that are made of like these thick, solid pieces of gold. They have a number of carvings in them and have been stamped. They are actually very well made, and they've all been kind of laid out with each individual face showing a different kind of coin. We're still trying to determine what these coins represent. We do believe they were used as a kind of currency. However, what the actual carvings on them are to identify is beyond us. We suspect some sort of fertility ritual.
Can Graham religion that?
Yes, you can.
I will attempt to religion that. As soon as I find the button. There it is. Nice.
All right. Graham, fertility ritual is definitely out. You're getting a kind of ghostly whisper in your ear that it mentions different ages when these were printed. So these are more generational.
Do they look Orwellian in any way? I'm guessing no.
No, these are not Orwellian. Without a history check, you would definitely be able to determine that.
I think they're from multiple generations. Were they all found in the same spot?
Yes, they are. And you'll notice that they not only come from the same gold, if you notice the various impurities within it, but they also have had the same artist viewing the inscriptions without them. You'll see he has, or she has placed a little mark indicating their identity, which we do not have the language of currently.
Gee, we don't have read languages.
Can we tell what language this is?
Well, what languages can everybody speak?
Elvish, Gnomish, Undercommon, kind of.
Sylvan, Elvish, Dwarvish, Goblin.
I keep forgetting to update my sheet with mine, but whatever it is, it's probably not this.
I'm just common and halfling. Biffle doesn't know.
Common and goblin.
Yeah, no, you do not know the language.
How about our boatswain?
She is not with you.
Oh,
She is on the boat.
Swaining it.
where she should be. As the boatswain repairing the boat.
Can I try history for any further details?
Yes, you can.
I will attempt.
All right. Difficult to say. You have heard of perhaps some underwater civilizations that may have done something like that. What they would actually be called, you're not sure.
Greg. The Kingdom of Greg.
The Kingdom of Krakens.
Well, we are reasonably confident that it is not Kraken in nature, as they typically did not utilize material wealth in the way that we would understand it.
Otto makes a note to not joke around with him.
Now, you'll see one of our finest pieces here, and he brings you to what looks to be a flute made of bone.
Uh-oh.
Now this is an instrument possibly used in some sort of ritual, which we are currently unable to determine. But when you blow over it and you manipulate the holes on the top, you can change how it sounds.
I bet it's cursed.
We do not believe it is cursed, but it is interesting.
Does Graham get any spooky vibes from any of these artifacts?
Make a religion check.
How long have you had this one for?
Yeah, Graham, you're getting a somewhat spooky vibe from that, like, statue that was related to the angler.
And how long?
We have had... This specific flute actually came in just 2 years ago.
What happened within the last 2 years that Graham would know of? Is that another history check?
If you'd like, you can make a history check, yes.
Might as well try.
Okay. You have heard rumors that Zadora had made a attempt to get inland to the Skeleton Island that failed rather miserably, and new attempts are only just beginning. This is probably related to that cursed expedition.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Oh yes, we had a trader come in a couple years ago who brought in a number of these different artifacts. Who he said he wished to part with them due to bad memories that arose from them. But I wouldn't say loss, as I was quite willing to compensate him. So I would say his gain was my gain.
Interesting.
Now, if we come here, you'll see there's a little game board that apparently was used for the purpose of gaming. Now, we do not understand the rules of it, but it seemed to use a number of little pieces similar to chess where you would kind of move them around and attempt to win.
I was expecting it to be like a Neo Geo.
It is actually the game of
Nice. The game, as it were.
So this is the immediate collection here. Would you like to look at anything else while you're in our museum?
Sure.
All right. Let's keep going then. This is exciting. I do enjoy meeting new people. If you have any things that you wish to...
Wonders how he can get out of there with that giant ruby.
Would you like to attempt to steal the ruby?
I am a privateer now.
No bother. Well,
Otto has a bad feeling about this, but he's just going to ignore it because he knows that he cannot control Fiffle, and Fiffle is his own halfling.
Well, I mean, seems like it was really big. If I can't get it out of here sneakily, I probably won't try to steal it.
What you can see currently, the ruby is locked behind, in a glass box. And it is currently being held up by, these metal structures that are, that it's resting within.
To Graham's chagrin, Fiffle bust out a glass cutter.
Did get a glass cutter.
there was one thing without glass. Which I should not say out of character, but
Some experience in the warehouses reminded him about alarm spells and stuff. Probably all kinds of jibber jabber on there. Might not be worth it. Maybe if I can come back here with Hank later.
I mean, Hank is with you. He's just always, on Aurora.
Graham is too caught up in the tour to notice. He actually is a history nerd.
I don't have any way to detect if there's magic. You think Hank can do that? Piffle kind of sidles up to Hank. He's like, "Hey, psst, wake up, Hank.
Yeah, what do you want to have?
Can you detect magic?"
Oh, yeah, it's easy. Magic's, all over the place. I can detect it you, I don't know, do fiffle things.
Come with me.
Okay, just take me off with the dog and carry me.
All right, I will. Okay, so Piffle is gonna stealth over to the giant ruby with Hank.
All right. Fiffle, I had a hand to go down good.
Oh, Piffle's gonna reroll
it. Fiffle, what do you want me to
do? Is there any magic on this case that this giant ruby's in?
All right, yeah, probably.
Are you sure?
Oh, this is Ian actually coughing. Oh no!
I was about to ask, was that in character? Or?
All right. I mean, it's 50-50. Either it does it or it doesn't.
All right. Well,
you want me to open it? I can open locks.
Well,
he pulls out he reaches in. He pulls out a rock. The universal key.
Not with the rock, Hank. Not with the rock. I do want you to eat this giant ruby, though. for like a low one.
Oh, well, it's behind glass.
That's what we're gonna work on. So Piffle picks up the glass.
You don't actually see where there is a lock to pick. It looks like it's just a solid piece of glass all around.
Piffle feels around for a catch of some kind.
Make a perception, or no, make an investigation check.
Nice. Be useful. Wait, how often can I do that?
Yeah, I know you have like a halfling thing.
You can roll, and yeah,
I thought it was per round, so that would be like 6 seconds.
It's like each reaction.
yeah. So this isn't. We're not like in combat. Where was it?
Yeah, I think you have bountiful luck.
Yeah. Oh well, still sucks.
Okay.
Guys,
You're not able to identify anything. You know this is not a single piece of glass, obviously, but where the catch would be is obviously hidden in some way.
hey Hank, put the rock away. Feel around on this thing with your pseudopod.
All right, I will.
Ah, my pseudopod.
Oh, he rolled worse than you. Oh yeah,
God.
no, Fiffle, you gotta like just smash this thing with a rock.
They'll know for sure if we do that.
No,
I mean,
you see
they'll
those
know
large
for-
ears? They're probably not for
They'll know
hearing.
for sure way sooner if we do that. I mean,
You could steal that little like idol there with all the rubies for the eyes. That looks cool.
it does look cool.
If you want me to like eat it,
That thing's almost certainly cursed, though. What do you think?
I think I'm gonna eat it.
Eat it, Hank. Do it.
He reaches out his pseudopod and grabs it, and he lifts it off. And he brings it closer, and he just sticks it in his mouth.
You're cool, Hank.
And that's how the BBEG was created.
All right, Fiffle, you and I, we got to work together more often. We make a good team.
To Aurora, very, very sneakily. Slides them back into place while everyone's talking. Not
And
fantastic.
as you can see here, these clockwork soldiers were actually donated by one of our more, let's say, generous members of our museum. He is actually the mayor of the Clockwork City, as he is the person who created it.
Huh.
And so, they're not old, but they certainly are interesting. He's made a number of different clockwork creatures that he has donated to the museum. Very fun, very fun. Now, if you come this way, you'll actually see we have a number of different kinds, and this is going to really excite you, sandals.
Odo
they call
has
them
a confused
sandals,
look
huh?
in his face.
I don't see any sand.
Just incredible.
He brings you over to like basically these like leather sandals in different styles. These were probably used to walk on.
Are these for sale?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Nothing's for sale, unless of course you visit the gift shop, in which case many things are on sale there.
Sensational.
Interesting.
I would like to get a +1 overpriced sweatshirt with stamp lettering.
Oh, we have different things available. Make sure to swing by the gift shop when you're done. And if you'd like, you can also get a membership here.
Wow.
It doesn't get you anything spectacular, with the exception of we put your name on the member list.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
exciting.
public broadcasting ass.
Now, do be sure to swing by the gift shop to get your tote bag, of course. Anyway, come with me, and I'm going to show you to the area where we get to look at native art.
Okay, all right.
He
That's
brings you
pretty
to an art gallery where you can see there's a number of pictures. The paintings are actually very well done. You can see just different kinds of paintings that obviously have been done by the work of a master. Somewhat similar in style to what you might see in the home of a wealthy person within Viderheim itself. You can see a number of pastoral artworks, people kind of like parties, having interesting adventures. You can see a picture of a man kind of sleeping under a tree. You can see pictures of kids kind of playing in a stream. Very realistic looking. You pass a picture of what looks like a man who's had his intestines pulled out, and you see somebody auguring it to determine the future. And you can also see a picture of what looks to be a number of animals just in a pasture.
That one is a little bit of an outlier from the rest, huh?
I believe the artist was going through what we refer to as a dark period.
Understandable.
Dark. Kind of dark.
It's best not to dwell on it for your own sake, I would say. I will admit, it does make it a smidge difficult to get to sleep at night after looking at it. I would put a blanket over it, but it would certainly ruin the artistic value. Well, anyway, here we have a replica, not 1-to-1, actually it's 1 to 1,000 scale replica of a ship, a Arwellan ship that has gone down. When I say Arwellan, I do not mean when they colonized here. I mean like from 50 years ago. But it sank and is now known or rumored, or really just a bedtime story, to be a ghost ship.
Oh yeah.
Ghost ship where though?
Ghost ship?
No, just a regular ghost ship.
Where does it is it rumored to haunt?
Oh, like around here. It comes in with the fog, and it's very green and spectral. It's very cool, very exciting.
You ever seen it?
I have not. Well, with the exception of this little tiny replica of it.
Grand example is a little tiny replica of it.
The little tiny replica of it, it has 3 masts, is a large ship. It looks like it has a number of guns on it. And it is very well done. Obviously created by somebody who is very good at model making. Now this ship is actually known as the Moving Tower. Fascinating, huh?
How did it go down?
I believe it was a little too top heavy, is the rumor I heard. But I prefer to think of it as going out in a storm, which is at least less embarrassing.
Interesting.
But either way, the entire crew drowned.
That'll happen.
Mm-hmm. It was pride of the Arwellan fleet up until it capsized. So, yeah, bit of an interesting thing there. They sure that Arwellan Empire has not been doing hot lately.
Not even surprised.
All right, now if you come with me, I'm going to show you this. It's really interesting. It's a golden calf. Don't worship it.
I wouldn't dream of it.
It brings you to a tiny little. It is not tremendously large. It looks like about the size of a small dog. And from what you can see from some of the gold flaking off, it is actually not solid gold, but only like gold coated.
How old's this one?
This piece is actually about 400 years old, so it's actually one of our oldest pieces.
Interesting.
We don't believe there's actually any religious significance to it. This looks more like it was probably just some sort of decorative art. All right. Now, if you come with me this way, I can show you the skeleton of a pterodactyl. Also a dinosaur, much like that Tyrannosaurus Rex you saw out front.
Amazing.
Oh,
Where's
and we
that
have the standard alchemist stuffed alligator. That's always a that's a given. If you don't have one of those, you can't even call yourself a museum.
Write that down. Crossblades retire, open up a museum, starting with the alligator.
The auto gator.
That's if we polymorph
you
you and
know.
then skin you. Turn you into a hat.
I have my top hat still, sir.
All right.
Graham continues to ooh and ah politely.
Here we have a cauldron that was said to belong to a coven of hags. They have not come to reclaim it, so I'm assuming they're all dead or they got a better cauldron.
Maybe it was his donation, their way of donating to you.
Well, certainly hope not. Don't really want to take what a hag's got. I'd much prefer to buy it from somebody else. But you'll notice that there are a number of animal bones at the bottom. Probably from having animals tossed inside of it. Either way, it is cast iron. Has a number of dents in it. One point I found a tooth there, so certainly a more spooky item, huh?
So
Yeah,
when you
people
say
like
at one
those.
point, do things just show up in it?
I just keep it covered most of the time for my own mental faculties.
That does seem prudent.
All right. Now let's check out, and this is going to really excite you, the library.
Sandals room 2.
Oh, I wish we had a sandals room 2. No. Ooh, it was hard enough getting sandals room 1. Those things are grass woven.
Leather's pretty hard to keep good across the ages.
Oh, yeah, no. All right. Here, the library. And he shows you a bunch of old books. Now, some of these are history books. Some of these are memoirs from different kind of adventurers or interesting folk we've run across. Let's see here. We have one from... This is a memoir that was written by an explorer who first was set foot on Viderheim. He was sent by Arwell during the initial conquest. So this is a very old book. Technically, he didn't write it. It was an oral tradition passed down before eventually being transcribed to written word. Let's see here. This book is written about the Blood Empress. Less said about her, the better. Are we all right? Here we have a book. This one apparently is from the future, is what I was told. And he pulls out a J.K. Klein book that looks to be the next novel in his series that has yet to have been published.
Huh.
Never read the books myself, so I couldn't say for sure. However, the publication date is in the future, which is why we suspect it has come from the future. Either that or it's a typo.
It's both.
Not sure if we're in the middle of In the Mountains of Madness or not.
And this, and he shows a book kind of like sitting on a nice silk pillow, is a child's book of fairy tales, illustrated with beautiful watercoloring.
Stunning.
You got anything about the Cross Blades Guild back in their heyday?
Oh yes, of course. Here. Let's see here. And he kind of like shuffles through. Here we are. The Crossblades, an illustrated history.
Oh boy.
He takes like a kind of fat, thick book and he like puts it in front of you. There you go. Now this book was actually written only 100 years ago. So the guild was at the time beginning to decline in their, stature. But it was before they had to actually deal with the pirate admiral known as Dragon Eye, known for being... He was known as Dragon Eye because he had a single yellow eye, suspected to be from a dragon. He had magic, so it was widely expected and suspected that he was in fact a sorcerer of draconic blood.
Interesting.
Now, history goes that when he attacked Viderheim some 70 years ago, attacking Vaxwall, that he was felled by members of the Order of the Tower before they felt, yeah, he had managed to kill a lot of the Crossblades before that happened. But then the Order of the Tower showed up and they were able to kill him. Body was never recovered. He had his body carried away by well, the story is a little fuzzy about what she was in relation to him, but some sort of powerful magic user. Anyway, took the body away, probably burned it as it's never been recovered. Although I suspect, and this may shock you, I think it was laid to rest at sea.
Could be.
Scandalous.
Is it something where you can actually look through the book, or is it like, don't touch?
Oh, no, please do. We just ask that you wash your hands wash and dry your hands beforehand, and no gloves, as that will reduce the sensitivity of your fingers, and it may make it able to tear pages.
Graham will oblige us, and he's got a basin or something to wash your hands in.
He shows you like a little basin with like clean water.
Graham will read it and see how it compares to the history he knows.
All right. And you make a history check as you look through it.
Can I argue to roll it with advantage? Because I did that project to get the births and deaths of all members of the Crossblades for the Candle Shrine.
Yep, go ahead. Roll with that with advantage. That's a good point.
Advantage.
All right. This history actually lines up pretty well with what you know. It
This looks like a pretty good account. I'm a bit of a scholar myself, as it were.
Fascinating. Well, unfortunately, I would love to actually have you come in and join the museum, as you seem to be rather excited about it. However, I just don't have the budget for an assistant right now.
That's all right. We're out at sea for a reason, as it were, but I'd be happy to come back sometime.
Oh, yes, please do. Honestly, if you have anything you would wish to donate, as you do seem to be a scholar and you have some interest, I've noticed, with the Crossblades, if you would like, we can do a exchange program where you leave something behind, and in return, I let you borrow, as long as you promise to keep it safe, this book here. It's not my only copy, so I'm not too put off by parting with it.
I've got this journal written by a Minotaur under the Star. Was it under the Starwell?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Written in Abyssal.
Ooh.
Pulls out that 1,000-page journal.
Oh, I read Abyssal. Ooh, this is interesting. All right, yes, I will love to translate this. Ooh, I'm going to get started on this right away. I will tell you what.
Easy peasy.
Here, take this book, The Illustrated History of the Crossblades, and take the fairy tale book. Nobody's too excited about it.
Thank you.
Oh, this is wonderful. I'm not going to lie, I'm sorry to cut this tour short, but I actually would like to get a little bit of headway on this this journal you just offered.
That's fine. We need to get back to sea.
Oh, and do be sure to check by the gift shop before you go.
He like waves us off, and then when we get there, he like ran around the other way and comes up with a different hat on. Welcome to the gift shop.
Oh no! Don't ever joke like that, Graham.
At the gift shop is a little automated person similar to the creations that were donated by the mayor of the Brass City.
That makes sense.
He just kind of stutters. Welcome to the gift shop. Would you like to make any purchases?
Graham will look at some of the prices because I'm still light on cash.
There's things like tote bags for like 2 silver, hats for a silver, shirts, sweaters, a number of different books stamped with the like they're just notebooks that are kind of just stamped with the museum's name.
Graham will buy Jackie a set of museum clothes for a starting outfit.
Yeah, it's like 3 silver for like a hat.
It's got like the
Oh,
museum logo on it.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like-
Jackie just like puts it on. It's like Jackie. That's Jackie wears those proudly.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you just have like
He's like
Jolier.
The voice is killing me, man.
It's called fashion, sweetie. Look it up.
I love this. I love this voice.
He's great.
Oh god.
Graham will also buy himself a tote bag for a couple more silver.
Okay, so total of like 5 silver.
Okay.
And you just have come out with all this stuff
Nice.
just printed with Jolier Museum on it. Jolier Museum of History.
And Graham will put the 2 books we got into the tote bag for safekeeping.
I thought for sure this was going to be like the collector situation.
I mean, never say never. While we were doing
All right,
boring
go on.
shit, Fiffle stole the totally not
Oh
over.
yeah, I totally forgot about that actually.
Yeah, that thing's so close.
Yeah, that will definitely.
Time for somebody else to take a level of Warlock.
And yep, as you board the rowboat and head back to your boat, just Hank just patting his pseudopod on his like bag stomach and like winking over to Fiffle.
So I want to ask, how obvious is this?
I just rolled for it. Not too obvious, actually. Like, honestly, if anybody notices it, he really just looks like he's hanking.
Graham is in too good a mood to notice the thing that will spoil it in a couple of seconds.
Can I insight the Hank being extra happy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Good.
Nope, you don't notice. I rolled a 14.
Good old consequences.
That's fine.
Find us.
I think this is how Hank takes levels in Warlock.
That's kind of funny.
I was cursed.
That was really nice. We made a friend at sea.
Did we actually walk by where the ruby would have been on the way out?
Yeah. The ruby was still there.
Okay. Okay.
And nothing bad happened.
I just want to say, out of character, what I expected was Fifth would have told Hank, why don't you just eat the whole pedestal and we'll just deal with it later?
Because I'm the one who has to poop out the pedestal, Fiffle.
That's what I was expecting.
Okay, I wasn't thinking outside the box enough, I guess.
I didn't know what was going to happen. It was just great.
All right, you arrive back at the ship. The ship looks to be as you left it.
All right. Wait, was it weigh the anchor and let's get going.
So that was a museum, as it were.
Yeah.
Kind of holds up the swag bag.
Yeah, and he didn't want us to be an exhibit there.
You know, now that you say it, that's kind of unusual for the kinds of museums we would run into.
All right. Well,
All right.
while Graham does his gramming, let's head back northeast.
Okay. As you head back northeast, you continue on the rest of the day into night.
Yeah.
Would you like
Yeah.
to post shifts?
Yeah.
Especially because now we're getting closer to that island.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll post
Uh,
first one.
Graham will go first.
Okay.
I'll get second.
16.
You do
People
not
that can
see
at
anything.
night.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see anything. Night passes without incident. Everything looks okay.
I will do the second shift.
Okay. You do not see anything that causes you any concern. You can see a number of fish under the boat. You can see some sharks. You can even see down below in a more clear section with the moon shining down that there is a coral reef far below, just able to make it out with a number of fish darting around, possibly even humanoid figures, but look to be probably sea elves, so you suspect they're to be friendly, or at least not necessarily aggressive.
Next.
Who's on third shift?
Oh, I can do it, I guess.
Okay. You don't see anything. While this is going on, Fiffle, something wakes you up by nudging you.
Pickle goes for his dagger.
It's Hank.
Oh, God, it's you, Hank.
Hey, what do you want me to do with this thing?
Oh, if you want to hang on to it, I'll hide it somewhere. Then we can sell it for money.
Okay, sounds good. How much are we gonna make from it?
I don't know, probably a bunch of gold.
All right. Well, it's irritating my tummy, so I'm not gonna keep it inside. So I'm gonna just hide it around the ship. Is that okay?
Of course, that shit.
All right. I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Yeah, just go.
All right. I'll hide it, and only I will know.
Oh, only you will know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good idea, Hank.
Shh. Go back to bed, Fiffle.
Terrifying.
You don't really know people to sell an artifact to.
It's okay. We'll just split it 50-50.
I know who to sell it to, Hank.
It's okay, Fiffle. We'll split it 50-50. I get 50%, and then I get the other 50%.
That's not how it works.
I'm pretty sure it is. I know how math works. I'm a wizard. Good night, Fiffle.
I thought you said you weren't yet a wizard. Oh, no.
Good night, Fiffle. I'll see you in the morning.
Oh, God.
He just
He
kind
stole
of
the accent.
creeps away into the darkness.
Boy, that's still not terrifying. Came to me.
It's his birthday, after all.
My precious.
Oh, dear.
As the sun comes up, you're able to see a small island with a number of ships docked in front that you believe to be Dead Eye Rest, and we will pick this up next week.
Yeah.